Hey YouTube, Jason here. Today we are going to get back at the 1949 Farmall C. We're going to take a few parts off of it, see what we can get done. Stick around. Alright guys, so I said I'd give you a little better look at what we're working with here. We got a wide front C here, as you guys were told in the last video. Haven't really done much since winter. It's been a busy summer so far. Today we're going to try getting the front end off. We're going to try getting the motor off. We'll see where we end up. Get this front end off, get it cleaned up, primed, ready for some paint so it's ready to go on the other track, on the other rear end once we get the motor for this one all built and stuff. So like I said in the last video, we're going to be using this motor and this front end on the Farmall C that we picked up last fall. This was one that we had gotten from our neighbor a few years back before he passed away. Just kind of wanted to keep it in the neighborhood, I guess, more than anything. I always wanted a wide front, so it just worked out. Stick around, guys. We'll see what it takes to get this front end off, and then we'll hopefully be able to get the motor off. Catch you in a little bit. Alright, so we got the front end off. What you got to take it off is you got this bolt here, which is on the back side. You got a bolt here with a nut and a bolt here. The bottom two thread into the bolster. Top one threads in the engine block, and then the other top one has the nut. Also, to take the engine off here, you gotta take out your two bolts here and 3 bolts back here on the rock shaft. Take your hydraulic line off. And going under the tractor, you've got a plate here. There's a bolt on either side that you gotta take out because this has to come out. The way I got the tractor sitting, I'll have to wait. As I pull the motor, it'll fall out. And then you have 2 bolts here on each side. And up at the top, you got a bolt on each side here. Just make sure that all of your rods are disconnected out of the way. All your wiring disconnected out of the way. I took the generator off. Took everything off this side. It's pretty much a bare block right now. All I did is had it pretty close to the ground to get this bolster and the front end off, and I took the 4 bolts out and just worked it down slowly by turning the wheels out a little bit, and it dropped down and wasn't too bad. Well, let's get this engine off and out of here, and I'll get back to you. Alright, here she is. Front end's off, engine's off. Now we just got to take a few more small parts off of this parts one here. We're going to take the rear tires and rims off of this one. This one does have the wheel weights on it. Pretty happy about that. Those wheel weights are getting harder and harder to find and getting more and more expensive when you do find them. I'm going to take the seat box off. I'm going to actually change over this rock shaft. There's 4 bolts on it. Take those 4 bolts out and that whole unit comes off, and we're going to swap that onto our other one. This one here actually made a little bit of noise, so that's why we're going to go with the other unit, but the other unit doesn't have the right arms on it. I want to make sure I got everything I need for the plows, cultivators, all the add-ons that I have for it. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's not too bad to take this off. It took me about an hour and a half. Had the front end off, had the engine off. Got the engine sitting in the garage up by the other tractor. Front end's got to get some major pressure washing to get all the grease off it. So I guess the next thing we're going to head to is getting that front end cleaned up. See if we can get it to come apart, because it's actually narrowed all the way up and I want to adjust it. I want to be able to adjust it out. Thinking about putting duals on, because I've got the 2 rims and tires on this one, 2 rims and tires on the other. So I'm actually thinking about trying to run duals and maybe run a single dual when I'm when I got the plow on it, showing it and stuff. Yeah, so stick around for some more videos on this tractor. Might take me a little bit of time to get stuff up, but slowly but surely it'll come together. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Catch you next time, guys.